Following is a brief video demonstrating a game of ZLAM. Before beginning, head over to the ZLAM website to review the basic rules of the game. Begin by dealing 3 cards to each player. These are the first 3 cards in each player's 3 stacks, and they will grow as cards are drawn and played or handed off from other players. Place the rest of the deck face down on the table. The player to the dealer's right is the first to take a card. When each card is drawn, the player must decide if they want to play the card on one of their stacks or hand it off to another player, forcing them to play it on one of their stacks. The goal is to get stacks to add up to 9. Number cards count as that number, and ZLAM cards count as 0. While ZLAM cards count as 0 during play, they count for 2 points when scoring. No stack can go over 9, and cards cannot be moved from stack to stack. When a stack reaches 9, a player may turn that stack over for points after play. If all the cards in the stack are the same color, the points are doubled. Play begins with player A drawing a ZLAM card. Early in the game, there are many options, but keep in mind that there are more 3s in the deck than any other card, so setting stacks up to 6 is one strategy. ZLAM cards are always kept except in team play, where they may be handed off to teammates. Player B also draws a ZLAM card, and can play it similar to player A, but chooses to take a chance on stack 1 getting to 9. Player A draws a ZLAM card and continues to build up stack 2. Player B draws a card and starts building stack 2 also. Player A draws a red 3 and, similar to player B's first stack, starts out a stack with a 3, hoping to make it easier to reach 9. Player B adds a blue 3 to the first stack, hoping to draw the most common 3 card and closing that stack. Player A draws a 5. As the game proceeds and stacks start adding up, a 5 can be a deadly card to an opponent. Remember, each card can be played or handed off, forcing an opponent to play it on one of their stacks. If your opponent has not kept a stack at a small count and each stack is at 5 or more, and you hand a 5 to them, they will not be able to play it on any stack and they are out of that game. Thus, there is a strategy to how fast you will get your stacks up in count, and if you choose to leave one low. In this case, if player A handed the 5 off, player B could play it on stack 2 for 9, so the card is instead played on their own third stack. Player B draws a blue 3 and can now add that to stack 1 to close it out. The player has the option to keep it open and hope to draw a ZLAM card if the game is close and they only need a couple more points. When a player chooses to close a stack, it is turned over until it is counted for points at the end of play. Player A draws another ZLAM card and continues to hope that second stack can get to 9. Player B draws another ZLAM card and chooses stack 2. Player A draws a yellow 3 and adds it to the second stack, hoping to take advantage of the fact that there are more 3s in the deck than any other card. Player B draws a 2 and makes a similar play, hoping for a 3 to close that second stack. Taking a quick look at strategy and where both players stand, player B is in a good position with one stack already turned over and the ability to play any card player A may hand off, with the third stack only at 2. Player A could be shut out if B draws a 5. As play continues, player A draws a yellow 4 and the best play is stack 1. This puts stack 1 at 9, both cards are the same color, which doubles the points in scoring, and gets player A some points in this game. Player B draws a 2 and chooses to hand it off to player A. Player A can only play it on stack 2, since playing it on stack 3 would put it over 9. The thought is that player A must now draw a 1 to score on stack 2, which has a lot of cards and potential points. Player A draws a 3, which must now be handed off because it cannot be played on any of A's stacks or they would go over 9. This is good for player B, as stack 2 now reaches 9 and can be turned over. Player B draws a 5 and can only play it on stack 3. Did you catch that? For those that are picking up on the rules should have seen that handing that card off would have shut out player A, as the 5 can't be added to any stack without causing it to go over 9. Player B should hand off the 5 and eliminate player A. Player B will then play solitaire until they close their last stack or go over 9. Luckily for player B, a red 5 and a 2 come up, making a stack of 9, all the same color. Once play is finished, it's time to count points. Don't get confused by the count of 9 during play and the counting of cards when scoring. To score, each numbered card counts as 1 point, and ZLAM cards count for 2. If all the cards in a stack are the same color, the points for that stack double. Player A only closed 1 stack. Each numbered card is 1 point, so 2 points for the 2 cards, but they are the same color, so that doubles to 4. Player B did much better and closed all 3 stacks. Stack 3 has 3 number cards for 3 points, and they're all red, so double that to 6. Stack 2 has 3 number cards, 3 points, plus 2 ZLAM cards at 2 points each for a total of 7. Finally, Stack 1 has 3 number cards for 3 points and 1 ZLAM card for 2, or a stack total of 5. Player B's total for all 3 stacks is 18. There are a few extra ways to score shown in the official rules, and one is to close all 3 stacks for a bonus of 4 points. That's a total of 22 points in one game for Player B, an excellent high-scoring game. Now that you have an idea of how the game is played, check the official rules again and they will be more clear. The website also has some basic strategy tips and a lexicon of ZLAM terms. The best part of ZLAM is that it is totally up to you what you make of the game. If you find there are too many ZLAM cards, remove a few. If the game goes too quick, add more stacks. You can have 5 stacks. You can mark a card that if drawn allows a player to add a stack during play. Start with 4 or 5 stacks and mark a card that if drawn forces a player to give up a stack. The options are limitless and you can tailor the game any way you wish. Thank you for taking the time to learn about ZLAM, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to life.